I'm literally getting ready to do nothing. Love that. I got a babysitter today. Love that for me. I don't know if I like these bubble braids. Ow. Hubby's at work though, so I am like, do I do something productive? Do I go to the store? Do I take a nap? I did stare at the wall for quite a while this morning, I won't lie. Who knows? Probably just Target. You know, I'm not gonna say that this is gonna be an easy just running errands kind of makeup, because I feel like every time I do say that, that's exactly what doesn't happen. It's the complete opposite. But I really wanted to just spend some time enjoying getting ready, playing with makeup a little bit. I did moisturize and put sunscreen on already, and I just slicked my brows down with the e.l.f. brow lift. I cannot be convinced that there is anything better. I'm going to go in with the Milani Weekend Brow Pen. Okay, we're just gonna take the L on the brows. It is what it is. Okay, next, I don't know how I've ever done makeup without this, and how I will ever use anything else, because, oh, I should conceal first. Okay, I lied. We're gonna conceal. We're gonna spot conceal. I just have like a lot of scarring. Okay. Spot concealing with the e.l.f. matte camo concealer. This is way too dark for me, but since it's like a, this isn't even like, is this a foundation? Is this considered a foundation? I didn't think it was. I thought it was just supposed to be like a glow for like under your foundation. But I like using the medium shade because I feel like it does give me coverage. And yeah, it's obviously too dark, but I can work with it and I can blend it in. And truthfully, I don't care. I just do not care enough. And I hate this. I've become this person. Watching people use their hands to apply their cream products on their face just makes me cringe so bad. But I think I don't know if I like accidentally threw out one of my sponges and thought I had more and I didn't. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try with my hands. And when I tell you, it got rid of every single pore on my face. Just like really melted it in the skin. And so now I can't go back, and I still just like, I hate doing this every time. Oh, but it just looks so good. Okay. Actually, let's do, sometimes when I have breakouts or like scars that still might be poking through, just because I rubbed the Halo Glow in with my finger, so it kind of picks up the concealer that I put on underneath. I'll just go over top of it just a little, just to make sure, because it does in the end up looking like so full coverage that I don't want any spots peeking through. But I will just kind of tap it in really gently with a brush. I'm just gonna leave them. I'm just gonna leave the brows. I'm having a bad brow day. That's as good as they're gonna get. And now I'm going to cream contour. I'm just going to use the Maybelline Age Rewind. This is 147.5. These concealers are my favorite. They're just so freaking easy to work with. And I love to kind of bring it down. So kind of towards my mouth, like the corner of my mouth. But when I get to like where my eye is, I'll start to go down towards my chin. And that just kind of like really sculpts the face. It's just like that extra little step that I've noticed. Really makes a difference for me, especially since I'm trying to slim my face down a little bit. Get all of this in my hair. You know, we'll push it back into my hairline, but like this hair right here is just so thin that it's like non-existent pretty much. I swear to God, there's like 4 hairs right there. Not even kidding. So if I get the product on those, you won't even really be able to tell. I will kind of like rub my jaw contour in, just kind of back and forth, because I want it to stay exactly right there. And if this part is a little bit harsh, like more harsh than the rest of the face, that is fine. And I can always go back over it with a brush that I use for my foundation, my Halo Glow brush. The e.l.f. Camo Concealer, but this is the hydrating one. I lied. I'm gonna use the LA Girl color corrector. This is the light peach. Yeah, peach corrector. As I'm getting older, my eyes are getting more blue. So that's fun. Maybe that's just being a mom. So I'll try to just tap that in place. Then I'll go over top of it with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is Fair Warm. And this is where I'll do my highlighting. And then I will carve out the bottom of my brows. So I like to put it kind of close up. And then I'll blend it down eventually on my eyelid. And then, why not, around my nose. Okay. And I'll blend it in with my sponge. Then I'll take the brush that I use for the cream bronzer, and I'll kind of just stamp over this. There is no product on this, and it was a pretty light shade anyways, so it's not going to be too harsh. Just helps make it perfect. And since I'm wearing pink today, obviously we have to do a bright pink blush. This is from Makeup Revolution. This is their Super Dewy Liquid Blush in the shade. I have no idea what shade this is, but it's the hot pink one. I know you'll know which one it is. I think they only have like 5 shades, 4 shades, 6 shades, somewhere around there. But they're really awesome. I'm even using e.l.f. brushes. These are, honestly, these might be old. This is a buffing foundation brush. I know I've got to have e.l.f. brushes in my collection that I've probably had since I was 14. And I'm 27 now, but they're so good, and they're so affordable, and it's just kind of nice, especially like when I was first getting into makeup when I was younger, like 13, 14, and I was just obsessed, and I wanted to try new techniques and like with different types of brushes and things like that. Then I could just kind of, you know, splurge and pick out different ones and not have to worry about if I wasn't gonna like it or whatever. And then I'll take whatever is left on the brush. I will kind of stamp it over my nose, a little on my chin, and then on my forehead. Especially now here in Ohio, it's like literally, I think like 9 degrees today. So, a little blushy look. Love that. And I'm wearing pink. And I'll probably wear my pink shoes too, so might as well just kind of go for it, right? Okay. So now, like I am gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. This is the shade Fair. And then just a little triangle puff. Obviously I had to buy them. I had to find purple ones because that's my fave. But, I got like packs of these on Shein. I know a lot of people get them from Amazon too. They'll just blend out the creases, and then I will just kind of set this under my eye and kind of up towards my hairline. And it just blurs everything. Like, obviously I still have pores. Like, you can't totally get rid of them. But, oh my gosh, they just make it look so smooth. I swear, between applying the Halo Glow with your fingers and then this powder with applying it with the triangle puff, I don't see how I could ever go back. But I'm just gonna set only the places where I put the concealer. I'm gonna put a little extra on my smile lines and just around the creases of my nose. And then I do always have to blend out these freaking lines in my forehead. I hate them. It's another reason why I love these, because it's just so easy to get around the brows and like in between them and everything. Oh, here it is. The Morphe and Ariel collab. This is the A21 brush. It's just super big and fluffy. I'll take just like a little teeny tiny pinch of powder and just kind of dust away any excess. For the rest, the rest of my face, I like to use a glowy powder. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. I think this is their lightest shade. Yeah, in the shade light. I like the center of my face to be super matte, and then a slight glow to the rest. You will see. Just a light dust, and this brush is freaking amazing. I think this is a Japanese, yeah, brush. This is the 960. And I always make sure to do my ears. Right of the edge where I put the Maybelline powder. Kind of behind my ears. And then it's just like a little bit of life into your skin. Ooh. Okay, now Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is Matte Sunkissed, which I'm honestly not crazy about this shade. On me, it's like a little too orange. But I haven't gotten the chance to grab a different one. But I just like to kind of reinforce where I put the cream bronzer. Intensify it a pinch, but it just really helps to blend. Helps everything last longer. And like I said, just like with a little bit on my brush, I just take it right here, just super lightly. And it just kind of, it helps a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell. Maybe it's a little easier. I don't know. My light is kind of on this side, so maybe I should do this side and then you can see. And I just like to slowly kind of blend it up a pinch. That way, I mean, obviously you don't want it to be one super harsh line, which honestly is kind of how it looks right now. There's something wrong with my lighting. It looks so much more intense on camera, so it's making it look crazy. Now on my forehead, I'm kind of like stamping it in, obviously to get in my hairline. And I'll kind of stamp like closer to my hairline and then kind of blend these edges towards the center of my forehead. Okay, now I'm going to take another Morphe and L'Oreal brush. This is the A25. It's just like a little eye brush, but I can't find my other ones that I usually use. I like to bronze under my lip. And then obviously my nose. And then I'll start to, up here, kind of blend it over and into my crease. kind of in my brow a little bit. I don't really like to like contour my nose like strictly. I like to just kind of bronze it. Because I don't necessarily want to make my nose look skinnier or like a different shape or anything. It just kind of gets lost in the middle of my face, since it's in the area where I conceal pretty heavily. So I just need to make it look like it's there. And then I'll just go kind of under the tip of my nose. Just kind of blend this out a little bit. Now I'm going to take my powder brush that I used for the e.l.f. Halo Glow powder. I'm going to go over everything that I just bronzed. Now that kind of helps dull it down just a little bit, because like I said, I'm pretty heavy-handed and I just use a lot of freaking product. But it also gives like a pinch of that glow that was from the powder that we used on that brush before. So it just marries everything so beautifully. Now, where is my Makeup Revolution the Roxy blush palette? This is actually my second one. I abused the first one so bad. It all started falling apart. The top fell off, like the colors were falling out. It was bad. But I use this every single day and I swear by it. It just is all the perfect colors that I love to wear on a day-to-day basis, and even when I'm doing just different looks. I typically just kind of stay in these top 4 shades. And I literally am just going to mix them all. And this one in the corner right here is actually like a glowy blush topper kind of situation. So I will like dip kind of heavily into that just to give a little glow. But I like to really stamp it right at the top of my cheekbones, like where we would highlight, really, and then back into my hairline. And then I will do just a little bit down towards the apple of my cheek. But I love blush. Gonna put a little bit and like stamp it on my nose, and then on my chin and the middle of my forehead. Then I'll take the brush that we used for with the Maybelline powder and kind of just go over these edges. Just kind of helps blend everything perfectly. Make sure you didn't miss anything. I've been using this ColourPop highlighter. This is Flexitarian. I know it's a really popular one. I don't know why it took me so long to try it, but I do love it. I'm gonna use my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. Actually, I'll warm it up on the back of my hand just a little bit. And then just kind of dab it on my inner corner a little bit. This kind of helps intensify the highlighter. It makes it last a little bit longer, but it helps me a lot personally because my eyes water so bad. Then I'll take a little It's a pretty teeny tiny eye brush, and I'll just kind of like work it in just a little bit and kind of just diffusing those edges, really, because obviously we put that over top of powder, so it doesn't blend as well. But on the inner corner specifically, I love to use the Jaclyn highlighter in the shade Extra, because it is like almost stark white. Maybe it is stark white. It's very close. But I like to put like that brightest color highlighter there. Take my Morphe setting spray and give a light spritz. Woo, bam. Which, by the way, I buy these at Dollar Tree. Obviously, they're $1. And they're so cute. There's so many of them. They're adorable. And I don't know how I ever lived without having one. Now I'm using the ColourPop Flexitarian. And I'm gonna do my Cupid's bow. And my nose. And under my brow. And I'm gonna take another Morphe and Ariel brush. This is the A58. It's kind of tapered a little bit. But I just love this for like, now this is like a cream to powder product, so it is a little harder to like just pick up a lot of product like you would with a loose powder, but just to ever so slightly, I'll go over the center of my face where I highlighted, and then just a touch on my chin, and just kind of dab a little bit on my cheekbones, and then up towards where I highlighted my brow bone. I don't like a lot of highlighter on my cheeks anymore. I like a lot of highlighter in the center of my face though. And then I like to do a little on my forehead. And then again with the brush we use for our under eye powder, and I'll just kind of go over it just a little bit just to make sure there's no harsh edges or lines. And then I'll spray one more time. So since the wings turned out a lot bigger, I think I'm gonna do lighter mascara, which is actually kind of nice because I don't feel like sitting here and really going in and doing mascara, which is kind of what I was planning to do before. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift. I just like to do just a quick little coat of this first. And then I will take my L'Oreal Telescopic. I don't know how mine looks so beat up. And I'll just kind of use this to separate them more and give them a little extra length. You can't find my lip liner. No. My favorite lip liner ran out, so I think we're gonna do a pinkier lip. First, I'm gonna do a little more mascara. It's kind of a pinky mauve. It's not super dark either. Okay. I want something lighter. I just use concealer. Taking my under eye concealer, just a little. Ooh, like a little. And just kind of dabbing it in. Really trying to keep it like in the center. Now that my top eyelashes are pretty much dry, I'm just gonna do a little bit of mascara on the bottom. This is a Bath and Body lip gloss. This is Twisted Peppermint, and I just thought it was so cute. Like, it's just so skinny. We love a skinny queen. And I'm sure it's just like a clear gloss, so let's just see. Can't like really screw up. Making a clear gloss, you know? So this is a good one just to have like in your purse. And it smells good, so I love that. Okay. That is it. And that took me way longer than I thought, or I had planned or wanted to. Because I was just taking my time. But this is just the best look. It's just so versatile. It's so cute. Switch out the eyeliner, the lips, maybe a lash, maybe no lash, maybe a toned down blush, maybe more blush, maybe a crazy highlighter, maybe not. Yes. That is the look. I'm literally just going to Target, I think, and maybe the post office and running some errands, so it'll be fine. But that's it.